a bit cramped in here, isn't it? When it's raining. Hello, welcome to another episode of
The English Couple.
We haven't got all the graphics and everything with us today, so you'll just have to imagine the words came up, because this will probably be going up on my laptop, which doesn't have the same editing software. So
Yes.
We're a bit basic this week, and we're a bit late as well. Apologies. And listen, rain. We've wanted rain for some time,
Yes.
although not at this precise moment. But actually, it's towards the end of the day, so it saves us watering
The outside plants.
all those wonderful potatoes, the fruiting shrubs,
Yep. The
the
baked beans.
beans.
Broad beans.
The broad beans. We haven't baked them yet.
onions. No.
Yeah.
No, they're a long way off baking.
So that's quite handy, because our pond
It's currently empty.
is, bone dry. So I'm hoping we get a substantial amount of rain.
Start filling it back up again. We have deepened it a little. haven't
Yes, we thought actually we'll take advantage of the fact that it got bone dry and it wasn't raining by digging a bit further deep, so that it becomes a bigger reservoir for the water for our plants. So
Yes.
in a way we've been saved at the last moment,
Yes.
which has been marvellous. By the way, welcome to the channel. Did I say that? I can't remember.
You did.
It's soaking wet, and we've had bits of equipment out because we've been in the middle of doing things, and we knew that we hadn't got an English couple because we were just in the middle of so much, and then suddenly it rained, and we thought, now's the golden chance, even if it is a very basic chat to you from the caravan.
Little Chinchat, as we like to say.
So, Julia, how is the potting poly tunnel going with all the potting plants in there?
It is positively populated. I can't keep that up. Immensely populated. There's something like 160 celery, little tiny celery seedlings, which were donated from Sandy. Thank you so much, from Wiltshire Man YouTube channel.
And you separated them.
Painstakingly so, yes.
And they're titchy tiny, aren't they? Titchy tiny plants, all in one pot, and you separated them into how many?
You know the 30 egg trays?
Yes.
Yeah, them. And a couple of them where they have slightly larger, partially complete egg cups at the side as well. Some of those got filled as well. So there's over 160.
So we'll be eating celery to the end of our days.
Lucky I love celery, and it's really good for you.
Another thing that we... what else is going on in the potting poly?
Oh, there's loads of chard as well, which we don't usually eat, so we're going to look forward to trying that out.
Yes, and maybe friends and family will like some if we don't.
Yeah. And there's the basil that have been separated. The tomatoes, they haven't gone in the ground yet. I've repotted some up though. What else is going on?
Cabbage? Cabbage is...
Oh yeah,
we've been eating it.
going on. Oh yeah, we've been eating the cabbage.
And we were sent a kale.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if we filmed that or shown you or what, but it was a bit weak and wobbly when it came in the post, because the postman had tried to deliver it, but it needed a signature, and we just weren't there, so it kept going back to the depot, and then it kept coming out again, and again knock on the door. Nobody was there, so it went back to the depot, and I was just thinking, just leave the bloody thing. We know it's coming, but we're not at home. Just leave it, and it'll be fine. In the end, when I was back, I went to the depot and picked it up, and it did look a bit grim, but we put it in the potting poly tunnel, and it has thrived. So off the top of my head, I can't remember who sent that to us, but you know who you are. And thank you so much, because it's doing really well. I'm actually quite surprised how things do survive, like when we had all those other plants from Scotland.
Yes.
And how, nature is quite resilient.
It is. Nature will win if you're given half the chance. Nature will win, and it's brilliant.
And we like that. We like a bit of nature winning.
We do.
One of the other things that we've managed to do this week is get our main crop in of potatoes.
Yes.
What potatoes were they?
King Edward and Maris Piper.
Yes, King Edward, Maris Piper. And what do they say? 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. And there were more of those potatoes than we seem to remember when they were chitting away in our house. We made up the beds, and we did the weeding process that you saw us do before with all the weeds. Now, it was interesting because I wasn't sure what those weeds that we pulled out were. I kept saying, oh, there must be thistle weeds, because thistles grow into big, hefty plants if you leave them. And I assumed that they must be the thistle roots. But actually, I pulled one, and a different plant than I expected came out. But you knew all along.
I did.
What were they?
Nettles.
Stinging nettles. They were nettle, and there was a mishmash of them underneath. But these nettle roots, they just go on, and they're interwoven and all over the blooming place.
Across this whole piece of land, there's just layer upon layer of networks of nettle roots.
So,
and there's brambles in patches as well, but
yes.
Nettles are everywhere.
So I thought they're either brambles, because brambles are, again, ungainly things, or that they were thistles. The last thing, I just thought nettles had tiny little roots, so you could just pull them out. But
Oh no.
How wrong was I? Very wrong.
Quite wrong.
Yes, so
That's unusual.
it's not unusual to be wrong with everyone.
Don't say too many words, because we'll get a
Oh yeah, we don't want to get a slap round the old chops. So anyway, we've got the main beds in, and the early beds, the early crop, the early potatoes, whatever you want to call them, they'll be new potatoes, won't they?
Yeah.
I think they become new potatoes because they're... I thought all potatoes coming out of the ground when they're ready would be new.
Yes.
I always thought old potatoes were just old mouldy ones that you kept in the cupboard from 5 years ago. But again, how wrong can you be?
Sorry, just trying to stop Maisie from upsetting Mojo.
Oh, that's the cats.
Cat politics.
And talking of cats, not that we were, but we now are.
We now are.
The cats are loving the land,
Yeah,
the farm,
they are.
stead.
Yeah. The old ladies, that's Maisie and Sapphire, they really love the catio. So they've got some
Catio.
They've got a shelter outside to go and retire to when they've had enough of the outside world. And it's also, I can shut them in there when I can't be watching them. So that's really handy. But they love stalking around, don't they?
They do love stalking around, and they're very good at it. And Mo is particularly good at it. But it does come with certain sadness. A necessary sadness,
Yes.
a necessary part of the growing farming process.
It's life and death, isn't it?
And we've had a lot of deaths and a lot of killing going on here,
Yes.
of rodents mostly.
Yes.
And the most cutest, you came up to me with the most cutest little rodent in your hand. One that was dead, and then one that was alive.
Yay.
What was it?
The first one was
The
a
vole,
mouse.
the one you
second
showed me.
Oh, the vole.
With the
and then
snooty nose.
That was the shrew.
I beg your pardon, the shrew.
Yes.
With the snooty nose.
Yes.
Snooty.
Little long snout. And little short tail.
And little teeth, tiny little buck
so
teeth.
So cute, so beautiful, but...
But you
Little
try
pest.
stopping the cats from getting them, of course. It's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, and you try stopping those rodents from getting your food. Well, that's what the cats are for.
So we've had those deaths. And then we had another death, which was very sad. I had to take a tree down. It was a dead tree. There was nothing in it. And I needed the wood, you see, for something that you can't see behind here. And I took the tree down, and then plop, something landed at my feet. And I'm glad I heard it go plop, because I could have just stepped backwards onto it. It was a nest. And I think it was a robin's nest, but I can't be sure. But in it were 4 little chicks. Do they call them chicks?
Yes.
Little birds, little baby birds, chicks. And not chickens, chicks. 2 were dead, were already dead, and they were stiff because I poked them with my glove. And then the other 2, which I again poked, suddenly turned round with these little beaks going, ah, ah. They had a little bit of fur on them, so I assume they were like 2 or 3 days old.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. I was on my own at the time, and I thought, I know what Julia would do. She'll put them in a box.
They would have been in my bra within seconds.
And she would have been putting worms down there and all sorts of...
Eat.
So, but I put them back in the nest, because one had fallen out. I put them back in the nest, and I put them as high as I could on the branches of the adjacent tree that I'd chopped down, in the hope that the mother would hear the feed me, feed me, feed me. Anyway, the mother didn't.
No.
And the following day, they were all dead. And it was very sad. And I was very saddened that my actions had done that. So we're now trying not to, for a while, whilst nesting season is on,
Well, we were.
to take any of the big trees down.
Yeah, we doing it very sparingly in the first place, but
Yes.
we'd selected that tree, had not seen any nests anywhere near it, so that was a strange thing. But it from all accounts that you gave, it sounded like the nest had been abandoned anyway.
Something must have happened because two of them were dead. I mean, and they were stiff. So, and then, funnily enough, that night, which probably helped the demise of the other two, we had a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
But remarkably, after a thunderstorm and a lot of wind, where I put the nest, it was still there, and so were the babies. Only they weren't alive.
Yeah.
But I had to stop work at that point. I know this might sound silly to some people, the hardened ones of you who go around slaughtering pigs and cows and all that, which, you know, has to be done in certain things. I'm going to put my hand on. There's normally a table here, by the way, and we don't normally sort of sit here squishy squashy, but to get ourselves in the frame of the camera, we've had to, otherwise we'd be doing this. Anyway, I had to stop work, and I did stop work for a bit and calm myself down, because you know, when you inadvertently, your actions affect the demise, even if of tiny little birds, it's like, you know, it's the ripple effect. And I kept thinking, the robins are going to attack me. The robins are going to attack me. They're going to go, we hate that bald bloke. He is a chick killer.
Anyway.
I got over myself.
Yeah.
In the end.
But the next morning, when I realised that, you know, all four of them were indeed passed away, because it was dark by the time I got back the other.
Yeah, I couldn't show you, could I?
No. They'd all passed away, so I put the nest on the floor, and lo and behold, they were all scavenged, weren't they? Not by
Yes.
the cats.
No, so, you know, they went into the food chain for something.
Yes.
Whether that was other animals, badgers, stoats, tigers, giraffes, haha.
Anyway, the night after that,
Yes.
I was in at the polytunnel before we left for the day,
Oh.
and it was just getting dark, and there was this little mouse scampering around as I was just checking on the plants and watering some of them, and I could hear it. So I stopped what I was doing. I sat down when I realised that wasn't me rustling things with my elbow beside me. No, sat down and I waited, and lo and behold, it came out, and it got used to me being there. So it was just running around all over. It was a proper little mouse, a little field mouse, a long tail, cute big eyes, big little ears. Anyway, it had absolutely no fear.
Lovely little thing.
Yeah, but unfortunately that night I left a watering can almost 2/3 full of water, and we found that same little mouse. I'm pretty sure it was probably the same little mouse in that watering can the next day.
I was watering I filled it up with water because it was already half full or 3/3 full. Filled it up with a bit more water, didn't think of it, and I was watering away and kept thinking, something's blocking the nozzle. Well, up to the nozzle. Anyway, I carried on watering, and I thought, I don't know what it is, until I came to the end of that particular 2-gallon water, and I looked in there, and that was the dead mouse.
Body.
He'd obviously drowned.
Yeah, fallen in. It was so amazing though, watching him or her jumping around and so nimbly, until of course they landed on some of my hundreds of celery. And I was like, oi! And he went,
Stop it.
Leapt off back onto the floor, and it was a little bit more timid after that. But
It's very, yeah. I mean, these things will happen, of course.
yeah.
So, of course, now we've got the policy of continually having all the watering cans 3/3, just to get rid of the blooming. It's
No,
difficult.
you say that. I was planning on putting little shelves in the watering can just in case.
Yes.
Just in case that would happen again.
The trouble is, you know, on the one hand, nature is nature, and it's very beautiful, and these creatures are very lovely. You know, the dormice, the voles, the shrews, they look beautiful, but they do eat your crops,
Yeah.
and they get all over the place. The cats come in and they sort of get hold of them. Then there are the accidents, like it falls, you know, inadvertently into a swimming pool and it can't get out, and drowns. And you know, what can you do, really? They are pests to us if they eat. I mean, they've been eating our broad bean seeds.
Yeah.
They have attacked other things that we had, the onions in the early days and things like that. So it is difficult. And, you know, having the cats, I was hoping, and I still hope, that they just go, oh, let's not have
Not
a
stick around here.
house here.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere else. And because there's plenty of space for them
Yeah.
to live, if just not here, and then they won't get maimed.
I mean, granted, they've been here for some time before us.
Yes, they may have something to say about that and talk to their lawyers and say, now look here, you humans coming in, muscling in all the bleeding time. But we're nice humans.
But they do have, you know, areas around the edge that we've left in particular for the wildlife.
There's so many places that we have not cultivated.
Yeah. Well, not done
Purposely,
anything.
yeah,
Just,
or left at the moment because we can't get around. But it's nice to have wild zones.
yeah, it's nice to have just natural roughage bits. I was going to say something else now, but it popped out of my head.
Oh, sorry,
Never
because
mind.
I started speaking.
No, neither are speaking.
Oh, all right, sorry, I thought you.
No, I couldn't
can't remember it. So yeah, it's the week has been full of events, eventful, as it were. But sadly, it was so hot, wasn't it? And now, at the end of this week, it suddenly rained, unexpectedly or expectedly, and it was down tools, throw things away. Not saying that we are fair weather farmers only, or you know, gardeners, growers, whatever you want to call us. Farmsteaders. But you know,
But sometimes.
I mean,
we needed a break anyway. Honestly.
and also we were, or would have been, around about this time, going out to water everything, and actually
We didn't
nature's
need it.
done it for us, so we can have a nice cup of tea and talk to you. Otherwise, we don't get the opportunity. So, you know, don't criticise us for down tooling, because it's given us a chance
No.
to make this video.
It's just you criticising.
Oh yes, I'm criticising. It's just me.
But
Damn it.
in other news,
Yes.
after much toing and froing over what to do for the roof of the big polytunnel, polytunnel Mark II,
But you can't see through there because it's right
unfortunately
behind
it's too
us.
bright. But we have finally come up with the goods, haven't we?
We have the goods.
We've got the basics and the materials ready to be putting the roof on. So
So with
watch
any
this
luck,
space.
well, yes, I was going to say. So the next episode, you should. I don't know that it'll be finished, because we've got to wait for the plastic to come. But we can now measure exactly how much plastic we want, and work out what we need, and you'll see a much better impression of the old, very large. I'm falling down into the.
you are falling into the crevice.
into the crevasse.
Abyss.
Abyss.
Crevasse. That's the crevice.
And we're loving the caravan. We should say, finally, you know,
Yay.
we've got it here. We've been in it. We've been loving it. It's been great. We've been cooking meals. We haven't been staying all the time, of course, because we still have to go home. Things to do there. And we do live at home, just for those people that, you know, are not quite sure. But we have a fridge, as you saw before. We have the cooker and all these lovely mod cons, which we didn't expect at all.
It is a home from home, isn't it?
Yeah.
A home from home.
And the best part, well, not the best part, but one of the bits I really enjoy is you wake up in the morning at, say, 6 o'clock, and recently the sun has been out in the morning, and we go and walk round the perimeter and just, you know, take stock of everything, sit down in the sunshine, have a cup of coffee or tea, and plan what we're going to do in the day ahead. And that's just a really nice time with the cacophony of bird song as they're all around us. It's very beautiful. It's very lovely.
And then there's the loveliness of your face in the morning. That's your favourite time of day, isn't it?
Yes, Julia gets the loveliness of my wrinkled up, aged face as I am waking up with my one eye shut and my tongue hanging out and the hairs on my chinny chin unshaved. She's so lucky.
Well, never mind your handsome, the cut of the handsomeness and the cut of your jib.
Yes.
But you know,
It is my time of day.
yeah, you know when people shine from the inside out. You know that is your time of
That's
day.
it, I love it. And the fact that we can come here on occasions and stay a couple of nights, and you know, it just makes living in the town, which is okay, but not as lovely. Staying
Oh
here.
no, we hate it more and more, don't we? Every time we go back, it's no,
So-
it's too busy, too many people, too much electronics everywhere. Oh,
So
buzz.
you know, we've got to look round Biggleswick area and see if we can find a house that I could sell my house and move closer to the land, which would be good. But you know, that's a long-term project,
Yeah,
like
all
everything
these
else.
things, exactly. I mean, it took us long enough from the first time we were talking about, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we had a little bit of land? That was, what, 5-6 years ago?
Yes, that's
Wasn't
true.
it?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Do you think that's true?
Do you think that's true?
Yes.
That's an in-joke. Sorry about that.
Got an aching arm now from leaning over. Well, anything else to tell the lovely viewer?
Probably lots of things, but we can't remember it all. And
So we'll
we're
make another
tired.
cup of tea, and actually the rain has stopped, so
It
we
has.
better go back out and pot some plants.
Oh, yeah, better go and sit down.
Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's been a bit ad hoc and what have you. We're uploading probably from the laptop. I'm assuming that I'm going to give it a whirl, otherwise it would be a bit much later, and maybe suddenly the graphic has appeared. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yes, we haven't really got our editing station on board here because this is just really
It's just very basic.
basic, very
As
basic.
wonderful as the Caravan is, don't be offended, please, Caravan. But, you know, what we have here is pretty basic. Isn't
Yes, it's just enough to get through a couple of nights, and you know, get back to have a wash.
it? She says basic, like there isn't a lovely stove cooker that the
There is a
camera's
lovely
sitting on.
cooker.
I'm very grateful for that. I could do a roast here if I wanted to. Roast dinner.
Well, yes, I
I
think we
will
got some
sometime.
chicken or something to be used up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Do you think that's true?
I do. I think it's very true. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We're trying to go now. Until next time, we'll say arrivederci.
Yeah, have a lovely week, and hopefully we won't be late next time.
Yes. Goodbye for now.
Tatty bye.
Tatty potatoes.
Taters.